this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this is the greatest time to be alive in human history right now, and why all these predictions about July 4th are about to come true. We're going to break down exactly what's going on with Maduro and this amazing arrest inside of Venezuela and the real motivation behind it, for why it happened, and what you're going to see out of it. What's in it for you? So let's have a little bit of a kind of a reflective moment first, because I haven't talked about him before, but there's a very special person in charge of our overseeing all operations inside of the White House. And really, he's the right-hand man to the president. He was a caddy, just a golf caddy, not a college grad, not a Yale Ivy League guy, not an attorney, just a regular blue-collar guy, a caddy. Now he's running the entire operations over the White House. He's also been running social media. He's also a key person inside of the operation, like a main player. And so he posted this yesterday, and let's enjoy it together, because it's going to give you the chills.
Venga por mí. Aquí lo espero en Miraflores. No se tarde en llegar, cobarde.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Venga por mí.
Dan is the freaking man. Dan Scavino. Now, here's the whole thing about Maduro. What's actually going on? Maduro is a key witness to all of the election fraud and the bribes of these politicians. Why? Where was the money coming from to target President Trump? Where was all the money coming from to fund these politicians to keep these fraudulent voting machines going? Where? Yeah, that's right. Maduro. Now, Maduro is now in custody. A couple of motivations for why President Trump would want to go after and pull in Maduro. One, oil. Of course, he wants to get the oil. That's $19 trillion in oil reserves, and there's some deals that should have happened and didn't happen, and he potentially had stolen oil from the United States, asked for it back, didn't give it back. That's the main motive. Second motive is he wants revenge. These people targeted Trump, pulled out, Melania's underwear, threw it on the ground, destroyed his Mar-a-Lago place in that raid. He wants revenge, dude. In that unconstitutional, unlawful raid over his house. Okay, he wants revenge. That was embarrassing. Put him in jail. He wants to prosecute all those people. It's his motivation. So he's motivated by this revenge about getting this guy, not necessarily Maduro. Sure, he wants justice for Maduro, but he wants Maduro to come and talk. And now that Maduro's in custody, he's going to testify to who he bribed to get the Smartmatic voting machines going and keeping him, all the voting machines in office, using the electronic voting machines. He's also going to talk about who he bribed to go after Trump and target Trump. Who took money for that? There's a lot of lists that have been going around. There's two generals that have already come out and testified to this. Venezuelan generals who are in protective custody right now, who have already testified about this. Now, the key all-star witness is Maduro, and there's a lot of what we're seeing right now is that Maduro is actually a potential CIA asset. Now, Maduro, if you notice who's been doing the negotiations over that Trump's been dealing with, and that's Ratcliffe, CIA. And it looks to me like there's already some of the operations already well working together with Maduro to make this all happen and do this peaceful transition of power to where now the United States is going to oversee that government there. So no one else runs it, ruins it, and puts it into the ground and targets Americans again. It's all about America first, America only. That's what this is about. And America only is a good strategy because it's going to bring freedom to the rest of the world. We're the ones with the Bill of Rights. Matt Credit to Madison, Jefferson, Declaration of Independence. We're the ones with the best laws. So get on board. America only is the way to go for the entire world so that we can people can have freedom and restore rights globally. So look at these people here. They're finding out about what happened in Maduro. They're in Venezuela. They're just about to find out the news. Yeah. They're live streaming in Venezuela. They just found out about the news about what happened to Maduro. Boy, dude, they're super happy.
Since Nicolás and Cecilia Maduro. This operation,
now, reason Dan Caine,
Absolute Resolve, was discreet, precise, and conducted during the darkest hours of January 2nd and was the culmination of months of planning and rehearsal.
So
an operation that...
So Raising Dan Caine here, he's the same guy that was flying as an active duty pilot during 9/11. And believe it, I believe I've got this right here, and forgive me if it's not, but I'm pretty sure he was the one that testified. I know he was involved in 9/11 and blowing the whistle on 9/11, saying, "Look, no plane flew into the Pentagon. I was in the air. What the hell happened? No plane there. Sorry." He testified. This guy's running this operation, Raising Dan Caine, the freaking man. Now, this is a really big deal because this is all going to lead up now to the July 4th prosecutions for these politicians and getting rid of these corrupt voting machines, Smartmatic, Dominion, all this stuff's going to go away. Why? We got the key all-star witness that just got arrested. He's now in custody. I think we've even got a shot of him here. DEA, MID, Maduro.
Night. Happy New Year.
So there's some other shots that, whether they're real or not, he's given like thumbs up, in his thing. What does he have to gain and what does he have to lose by testifying for some freedom? So here's what's going to happen. The way a prosecution like this is going to work. They're going to sit him down. They're going to say, "Listen, pal, here's all the evidence we got against you. And we got this indictment. You're going to do a lot of time. You're going to face these serious consequences. Let's make a deal." And they can sit down and say, "What do you got? We want to know who you paid. We want to know who you bribed. We want to know all the politicians of our government that you gave money to. And we want to know all about these voting machines and how they're rigged. You need to testify to this." And we got these two generals here already that have come forward. They're in witness protection program. Were they your generals? You need to testify to that as well. Let's make a deal. You testify to what you know about this. You provide us evidence here about what you did and who you bribed on all these politicians. And then we will cut a deal and we'll shorten your sentence for you. We'll give you half time or a lesser crime or some sort of a nice plea deal where he doesn't have to do as much time or whatever, they're going to give him a lesser sentence. That's how it works. And he's going to take that deal. I'll tell you right now, he's going to take that deal. What does he have to lose? Nothing. He has nothing to lose by taking that deal and everything to gain. What's he going to be? Threatened by some politician? What does he care? This guy's in charge of the freaking, cartel. Why does he care about some corrupt politician? He has no loyalty to these people. He's going to testify to them. He's going to sell them all out, who he bribed. It's not that bad for him. Yeah, he bribed some corrupt politician. So what? That's not that bad. Yeah, he's going to take a nice deal. And all these politicians are going to get arrested. And we're going to have enough evidence to charge these people for taking bribes. And what is that? That's treason, dude. That's our treason. It's our treason charge. It's going down. It's happening. This is a big deal right now. We've got freaking the main all-star witness to come forward and actually see justice by July 4th, 2026. It's coming. It's here. So it's my thoughts on what's going on with Maduro right now. The Smartmatic voting machines are going to be taken out now, and we're going to see major justice with him coming to testify. And really look for some major exciting times, dude. This is like the best news I've ever seen. I putting this puzzle together, and this whole operation has been a joy, and to actually see it now begin to come to fruition, it's a message of hope for everyone. So it's a big message of hope for the whole world, and definitely for America. So hit the ones. I'll see you at the top. My name's Gavin Mehl. Later.